Guys, this is Just with your all signs. Surprise, surprise, surprise. For any of you who are interested in the 3 month future predictions read for June, July, and August, you check out the link in the description box below. Otherwise, let's get into the reading. Now, we're going to look at different categories, and obviously, we're going to start with Aries. Now, with Aries, some of you get to watch your diet. You may need a screening. You can't see it, but you may need a screening, so watch your diet. You have a gift coming your way. And surprisingly, you're going through a transformation. Don't know if any of you are aware of that, but you're definitely going through some form of a transformation that is going to strip you as you know yourself to be. You're no longer the person that you used to be. You're turning into someone else, okay? A better version of yourself. It is a daunting task. It's not easy. And some of you are going to have plastic surgery. Some of you will transform your body as far as going to the gym. It could, again, be surgery of some sort. This just may be life that's changing for you guys, but there's going to be a major surprise and development in who you are now versus who you'll be this time next year. You have some type of success with business, work, career. You're headed toward imminent success in some area of your life. Things are going to become very clear to you. Some of you are going to branch out and just start something completely new on your own, completely new, and it's going to be quite successful. I also feel like, hopefully, for some of you Aries, because I've been noticing you guys are not in the best place right now for some of you. So hopefully this is the surprise of you becoming more yourself and lighthearted and happy. Okay. And so, surprise, surprise, at work, there's going to be some type of training. Some of you may even be mentoring or what do you call it? Training someone? Yeah, training someone. Some of you could go through training, or you're training an individual. They could be hiring younger people at this time. Home life or some form of relationship could be quite aggravating. I do see it. Your love life, especially couples, could be very challenging right now. So you may be frustrated, aggravated, or very conflicted when it comes to home. You may need to get out. If you spend too much time at home, which Aries don't typically do, you need to get out. And for some of you, this aggravation is going to cause for you to have to make some form of decision. Now, love, Aries couples, surprise, there's going to be a coming back together with someone that you're not so sure if you should, if you will, or if they will, or if it'll work out. This could be a literal Sagittarius, a Pisces, or a Cancer. It could be any sign, as we know. But there is a coming back together and testing the water. Some of you could be thinking of someone, and it's like, why am I thinking about them? Because they're thinking about you. And Venus is going retrograde, I believe, in July sometime, August. So it makes sense that a lot of people be thinking about the ex. Now, you couples, you have a water sign coming your way. This person is karmically set up to come in your life. Doesn't mean that it's going to be for love. It could very well mean that this person is coming to give you a reading. This person could be advising you, counseling you in some kind of way. But I do feel like it's going to be a game changer, and this person is meant to come in your life. So there's some type of karmic lesson you are here to learn through this person. For some of you Aries ladies, you could be falling in love, and some of you Taurus men, you could definitely be bringing in and calling in karmically a woman who is very loving or who will love you. So what I have for Aries, now let's look at Taurus. Well, Taurus, you definitely have some surprise. For some of you, get ready. This could be some new love coming your way, so that's a major surprise. And you're going to meet someone. It doesn't have to be about love, but it would be someone who there's going to be some life-changing events happening with this person. They're coming in to change your life in some kind of major way. I do see a trip or a travel, some type of a journey, and this is going to be long distance, whether it be you're going or someone is coming to you, but there's some type of a distance trip. And while on a trip, you could meet someone who could be another earth sign like you, or someone who's kind of established and like to kind of take it slow. Now, the challenge is money. Could be finding a job, making money, beginning again in the right sort of way. This just may be a challenge for you, finding out ways to make money, how to spend your money, when the money is coming in. It's a bit of a challenge, and it's going to be a surprise. So for some of you, you can find that this is a time when it's really difficult in relation to money or tangible things, okay? There could also be some loss associated with that. Work is going to be surprisingly boring and dull. Some of you just may not be in it. Your focus is elsewhere. For some of you, it really is on love, or it really is on wanting to kind of like be free and get out there and do your own thing. But you'll find work to be dull and boring. Some of you may start to think of other exciting ways to make money, or to get out of your job. And this may be the reason why this is a challenge, because you're stuck in this, right? But because you're having a hard time finding a new job, and you may find that it's past time for you to move on from this opportunity. For some of you, that's could be the case. Now, love for Taurus. Love single Tauruses. Well, I have to tell you for sure. For some of you single Tauruses, especially some of you men, you're holding on to a past person. Could be a literal fire sign. She could be a Leo, Taurus, or a Sagittarius. Leo, Taurus, I guess. Aries and Sagittarius. But this woman, whoever she is, no matter the sign, she's very dynamic and independent, and she may not always make you feel like this relationship is stable and you can rely on it. Nonetheless, you are still holding on to this woman. So you may have gone from a hopeless place and feeling left out in the cold and feeling like it's not ever going to work between you and her, to still holding on to her, but also holding out. Some of you Taurus women, you can find that someone is doing this to you. And for some of you, a short percentage of you ladies could be wanting to get out there and do your thing, and you just very well may be, but you're not so ready to put yourself out there because you're still holding on to someone. Also, some of you singles are having some money issues, so that may be more of a focus, even though you're showing up as someone that may not have any of those issues, but deep down inside you do. Couples, this is going to be a make and break time, and that's going to be a major surprise. Make it or break it, big time. Secretly, someone's thinking about going at it alone. If any of you have had some time apart, do understand that one of you are thinking about what could be. Now, some of you may be deciding that, hey, I really want this and I'm going to do what's necessary to make it right. Others of you may be saying, I want my freedom, and I'm not going to tolerate ... And now we're going to go to court. I'm going to put my foot down. This is major stuff when this card comes up. So this is, so out of the blue, there's going to be kind of like a do or die. Are we in? Are we out? Is it over? Is it not? It's over. No, it's official. It's that type of thing. One or the other, you're going to find out what's going on in this relationship, and it will come out of the blue. That's what I have for Tauruses. Now let's look at Gemini. Hi, Gemini. So let's get into the reading. There's some secrets coming out, but you're going to be happy about it, whatever these secrets are. Don't know what that means. You're going to be happy about some secrets. I see sex, drugs, rock and roll, overindulging, all the things that make you feel good in the moment, but not so good after. Yeah, surprise, surprise, it's happening. Surprise, surprise, you may start something where it'll be very hard for you to get out of. This could be a very intense connection. Or you're just indulging in ways that's not the most healthy for you. I do see love. I see love coming in hot. I see for some of you, there's going to be some turn of events that you kind of don't see coming. There's something happening at the workplace where something may end. For some of you, someone could be let go. You could be let go. Something at work is ending. And the way it's done may not be the best, right? They could have handled it differently. And for you, it's going to be a slow and steady. For some of you, that's going to be getting let go. It will be a slow and steady process forward to find something else. For some of you, others of you, whatever this is that has ended and now is over, to get back to the place that you were before this happened will take some time. You may just start moving differently. You could just start moving differently at the workplace after what has happened. There's major changes coming up, and I do feel like it's going to affect your love life for some of you, and it feels like it's in a positive sort of way. Some of you may be moving house, simply because, it has this house here, but you be moving house, taking a trip or travel, especially if it's a trip or a travel, and especially if it is for a loved one or toward a loved one in some kind of way. There's going to be some turn of events that you're going to be very happy with. And I do feel like you can find love there. You may strengthen your love for someone than you. But it's some really good omen for some of you to take a trip or a travel, or there being some type of change to your home life. You may start to live with someone and make things official, right? Singles, you're making a decision for some of you to choose happiness. Surprise, surprise. You may be willing to open your heart again with someone that you were at a crossroads with and you could not communicate. Now you want to open your heart. Now you want to give. Some of you may be, again, surprisingly opening yourself, but not just to intimate love, but it could be family members, that sort of thing. Like, you're going to be more open. You're going to be more inviting. Some of you may notice if you're the standout person, right, that you don't have to be, because everyone is kind of coming together. So I do feel like Gemini's Yeah, you're going to be more open and ready to have fun and get out and spend time with people, that sort of thing. So that's a good thing. Gems will be getting out there and having a good time. Your love life for couples is really good because you have someone coming back. They may not be the most, someone may come back to you, couples, and I know this is couples, and this could be like they've been on a journey, they come back and it's like, okay, now we're together again. For others of you, your person could be coming back to you. You guys are really going to make it official. Like, no, this time it'll be real, because they really do understand your quality and your value. Now, others of you, there could have been someone who was up to no good, but now they're coming back and everything may just seem great. It's kind of better than ever. Things really start to get really, really good between you and your person. That's what I have for gems. Now let's get Cancer. Okay, so Cancer is very interesting. I haven't been doing readings, so I really don't know what all's been going on with you guys. But some of you may be shocked because messages you're expecting may not come through. For others of you, you will get a message. It's not what you're hoping to hear, and it may really kind of put you at a standstill. Some of you may not really know exactly what you do moving forward with either a delayed message or a message that comes in with news you don't necessarily want to hear. There's an online love affair that you don't see coming. And this is going to be a special kind of love. A special kind of love. I wanted to see something else. The surprise challenge is going to be finding out things, probing, asking questions, finding out if you're studying. It may be difficult for you to study. I do see a lot. Your mind is really preoccupied. It could be with love. It could be with other things in life. And I do get it's revolving around other people or a person. So you may be kind of at your wits' end trying to focus mentally. And that could be a major challenge, surprisingly, right? Finding things out, getting the answers to your questions, things going the way you would expect them to go, could be a bit of a challenge for you as well. Being alone or taking time to really think. Meditation would be good for some of you Cancers right now. It'll be hard to do. Looking at your cards, it will be a bit of a challenge for you to do, but I do feel like it will also help you in the long run. So having some quiet time, some still time, and just go within, that could be a bit difficult. This is a lot about learning lessons and understanding the deeper meaning to things, because you're in this kind of weird karmic cycle right now where you've got to learn a deeper meaning to things, or you've got to learn a different perspective about things in order for you to progress forward. So it's going to be surprisingly a time when those things become very frustrating. There's going to be some gaslighting, arguments, fallouts, fighting. This, to me, specifically, this card speaks to not necessarily just outward angry back and forth. And this is at the workplace. So it may not be just an outward argument like other cards would show. This is more like mind control, gaslighting, and playing a lot of mental games. But it still hurts as much as it would be a yell or a scream. So do expect there to be some conflict at the workplace, okay? And it may have a lot to do with communication. Let's see. For those of you who are single, surprise, there's really nothing going on. You may feel like you've either spent too much money on trying to date and socialize and you're giving that up. Others of you may just feel like life is just out of control right now. You don't really feel like you're in the best place in your life, and so you kind of need to table love and affection or any sexual encounters with people. And that will kind of be a surprise if you're saying no. So there's something about you that you're really cleansing yourself, but even that is going to be a bit of a process for you. And I have to say, for those of you who are in a relationship, very challenging too. You're going through a real mental time when you may feel like it's only your head. It's triggering you mentally. So a lot of things are triggering you. And there could be trying to get back on track with your person, because, again, we're a family. We've been together for a long time. All the things, right? But it could be very difficult still. It could be just very difficult for you to get back on track with your person here. And that's going to be the surprise. Like, it may seem like whatever you try doesn't seem to work. Whatever they try doesn't seem to work. So, yeah, a little bit of it. Yeah, I would have to say your surprise, Cancer, right now is a bit challenging. That's what I have for Cancers. Now let's go Leo. And I didn't want to just leave you like that, Cancer. So I wanted to find out what you could do. And it really is saying let go and let God. So for some of you, things that are not in your control, do your best to let go and let God. Say a prayer, write it down. Do whatever you know you need to do that helps you spiritually and allows you to let things go. Because that is what's going to help you get yourself in a better headspace, right? And so, yeah. Some of you may just have a lot of Gemini in your chart. You may not be able to help it. But, yeah, that is going to help you mentally. So, I have for Cancers. Now let's go, Leo. Okay, Leos. I don't know if you guys are taking a trip with, I think it was Taurus that had the journey long distance. So, you could be taking a trip or travel, or someone could be taking a trip or travel to see you, which is going to be kind of like out of the blue. You may not know that they're coming. You may not know that they're coming, when they're coming. Or that they're coming at all. You may take a trip or a travel. It's going to be a bit of a trip or a travel, long distance out of the blue as well. So again, trip, travel out of the blue as well, whether it be coming to you or you going to them. There's some type of a third party here, love interest third party that you do not know about, that some of you are going to find out about. Surprise, surprise. It's not funny. I'm not laughing at it, but there's going to be some type of surprise around a third party here. Work, making money, building. I'm saying this for a lot of signs here. So you too, Leo, could be a bit challenged with thinking and focusing at work. Building something and working on things could be a bit of a challenge. Surprisingly, in the month of, for the rest of the month, you could find this being very challenging at this time. Working with people, even especially if you work alone, this could be a bit of a challenge for you, working alone. But more importantly, focusing, cooperating with people could be a bit of a challenge, a major challenge, because I see that over and over in your reading, that working with people, cooperating with people, and then major challenge. You'll see it at work. So you may have someone who's nasty, who's nasty, petty, who uses their words as a weapon or lack thereof as a weapon. And some of you may find it very challenging and not challenging, but the surprising thing, you may not be up to talk, socialize, interact with people. I'm seeing that over and over in your chart. I'm sorry, in your reading. So now, lovers, for those of you who are single, right, single Leos, there's a kind of a test. You're going through a test. So life for you is kind of slowing down, and it's stopping actually to test you. For some of you, you're being blocked from love because you really need to focus on work and focus on other things that's more important to you. You also may be able to be more keen at your shadow sides. Some of you could be more focused and obsessed over things, people, situations, and you're going to start noticing that. Something about life, believe me, something about life is getting ready to slow down, and you're going to start to see how you behave based upon others' actions or lack thereof, or where you are in your life right now as a single Leo. So do be aware of that. It's going to come for you anyway, but that's why it's coming, to test you and to kind of teach you your shadow side, show you in real time your shadow side. Couples, well, or should I say who used to be a couple, because this situation is coming to an end. If they were third party, that's coming to a goddamn end. For some of you, it could be you tapping out and saying, yeah, I'm not going to do this anymore with you, or them, I'm not doing this anymore. And it could have a lot to do with someone's vices, a sex addiction, just addictions, or this relationship itself can be quite toxic, and one of you just feels like they need a cleansing. So they could look for a separation or a break from a relationship, or for some of you, a break up, because again, one of you really is adamant about cleaning up their life and wanting things to be better. Someone could have turned their life over to God, and so there's a whole difference in them. I do see change, and so again, one of you may just be tapping out of nowhere, like out of the blue, or at the very least need a break from the two of you. So I have Leo, and let's get Virgo. Well, Virgos, you guys have some pretty good surprises. You have a gift coming your way, so that's going to be a great surprise. I just wanted to see something else, guys. Interesting. You may discover that there's a woman who's a false person, but that'll come down the line. Anyway, there's a new car. that could come your way, or you may repair your car and it's like new. So new car, or repair your car as if it is new, could be coming your way too. Surprise, surprise. It's hard for you to move on though. There's something emotionally that you're tied to that's really hard for you to let go and move on from, and get out of your head about. I've been doing this reading with you guys for quite some time. With Virgos have been in a very challenging place in their life. So yeah, it remains to be a bit of a challenge for you. Work, surprise, good. It's like a marriage, like a healthy marriage. So you guys may feel surprise, things are really working nice. Everything is really finally starting to fall into place. It may be very peaceful at work. You really like the people that you work with, and you vice versa, that sort of thing. Surprise, you have a relationship coming, singles. Relationship in a 6 months to a year's time, you're going to be in a relationship. And some of you, and I'm talking to some of you who may feel like, I never have anyone, I've never been in a relationship, I'll never. It's coming. It's coming. And this person may be another earth sign like you. It could just be someone who gives off earth energy, but make no mistake about it, they are matching your energy, and it seems like the two of you will be quite committed. This could be someone that you meet at school. This could be someone that they upgrade your life for you then. And for you couples, there may be some time apart, or again, it could be the two of you could be taking a trip or a travel that could come out of nowhere. Like, yeah, we're out of here, we're going here, we're going there. And there's going to be a lot to do on this trip and this travel, a lot. For some of you, if you kind of got together, kind of was apart, you're going to come back together with a vengeance. Someone's going to pick up communication again, come see you them. I just see things starting to move pretty quickly with you and this person. It could have a lot to do with either a move, or less of a move, but more of visiting and taking trips and traveling. That's what I have for Virgos. Now let's look at Libra. Okay, Libra. So take time for yourself. You're going to be taking some time for yourself. Someone could even be telling you that you need to take time for yourself, but it is important for you to be selfish and take some time for yourself. And that means that you need to kind of come off of social media, disconnect completely, probably do more spa days and self-care days, whether you are a man or a woman, because Libra, some men have been conditioned to believe that they don't have a self to care for. Like someone else is supposed to be caring for themselves. No, they're supposed to care for themselves too. You guys are supposed to do your self-care and what makes you feel good internally as well. So I'm talking to both men and women. Surprise, marriage is here. And yeah, there's an opportunity to start over, but this could be an interference in a marriage. You interfering in someone's marriage, or them you. So be careful, any singles out there or people. This could be a challenging time in a marriage. Now, that being said, and that's a kind of a surprise that it's like, we're not necessarily leaving, but we may have a hard time kind of like agreeing on things. Surprise, there's going to definitely be you taking the time. The challenge is going to be you kind of communicating. This could be with a Cancer, because Cancer got the same card as their challenge. So learning, communicating, getting the crux of the situation, that could be a bit of a challenge. Coming to a conclusion based upon the information that you receive. And it could be a bit of a challenge, kind of trusting someone, believing them, what they say, what you're reading, what you're signing. It could be a bit of a challenge for you to trust it, believe in it, and to even understand, if that makes sense. Surprise, at work, there's a letting a situation go. For some of you, you're picking your ball up and going home. You're going to be leaving this job. You could be getting let go. It could be some layoffs, but I do feel more importantly, you're going to leave an opportunity. For some of you, you may not just up and leave. You may start to downsize, like go part-time, or put some more energy and effort and money into another way of making money. But I do see you feeling like, no, I'm not going to continue to give my life, my soul to this job. Or I will no longer carry all of this burden. So you're going to lighten your load at work. It could even be you leaving a job. Singles, well, surprise, nothing's going on. And you've been waiting on that person, you've been thinking about, expecting them to reach out, circle the block, come back around. Not right now, not happening. And that's going to be kind of like a surprise. You not necessarily wanting to get out and socialize and indulge with other people could be, again, a surprise to others as well as you. But this is going to be really good for you. Anytime you have this card, it's really good. It may not be the most feel-good card, but it is what you are going to need in the moment, and more importantly, long-term down the line. Couples, well, this relationship, although the two of you there has been some emotional issues or some issues in this relationship, and it has been very difficult to figure out, how do we get this back on track? How do we get here? How do we make this right again? For some of you, there's a lot of holding back. This could be a very one-sided relationship where someone's ego needs to be constantly stroked or met, excuse me, where the other person kind of always has to forego what they want and what they need in order to give. This could be a very convenient relationship, could be very mutually manipulating in some kind of way. But I do see the two of you trying to get to a point of peace, no longer having any drama with one another. You do miss each other, even though it may not be said, right? And someone is not so sure if where they stand in this relationship, if they still want, I don't know why I'm shuffling, should be shuffling, but someone is not so sure. Yeah, some of you Libras, see, you're not communicating with the person, somebody's walked away. So there's some issues here going on in this relationship. Someone could be playing a lot of mind games with the other person and putting them in a really bad place emotionally. Be careful. Someone here could very well be, if not a narcissist, sociopath. Be very careful with someone's mentality or intentions toward you, because I feel like however they're treating, it could be you or the other person, whoever is the person that's being left to feel really bad because of someone's words or their actions, they know what they're doing, and they're doing it purposely to keep you in that place. So be careful with that. You may have the wrong person in your life. So I have for Libras. Now let's get with Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, sorry for the shaking. Love could be a challenge. A loved one, dealing with a loved one could be a bit of a challenge. For some of you, start it now. Out of the blue, you'll be shocked at the success that you can receive starting a business or starting something now. Something that you need to start now, or starting it now, it will yield success. So there's that. Surprise, surprise. There's success to follow something that you're starting. There's a mature woman here, surprisingly, that either you're going to have to make a decision, or again, things have changed between you and this woman. Okay, it may be you, an older woman, and another woman, and I don't know exactly how that factors in. So this may be I want to try to get a little bit more information. It's kind of all over the place. It could speak to third party energy if this is a love situation. For others of you, this could be trying to come back and make things work if this is like other people, and you don't really know how it's all going to play out. That makes sense. So surprise, surprise, you may want something to work out, and you may want things to be differently, but it's not all in your hands. Challenge is taking time to yourself. Even when you are alone, it'll be hard for you to kind of process things and get a higher understanding and deeper meaning about things. For some of you, it may just be hard for you to take a beat and a minute by yourself. It may be hard for you to take time or be alone. But again, when alone, you may not be using that time in its best way, and that could be a bit of a challenge for you, surprisingly. Work. Well, for some of you, surprise, surprise, you're going to get a handle on work. You're going to be kind of the Rock of Gibraltar, be very stable, but also be very authoritative and kind of the leader when it comes to the workplace. There could be a man that comes in and is, could be a better place for you. Can make a better place for you, if that makes any sense. You don't see it yet, but this man could come in and make your workplace a better place for you. For some of you, again, if this is your energy and you're carrying on this Emperor energy, it is going to make your work environment a better place for you, for whatever that means. Love. Singles, you are honestly not interested in working on a situation. Some of you could just not be working right now, taking a break or about to take some type of vacation. And if you're not working at this time, you may find that you are, I know I'm talking about singles and love, but this does speak to another part of it. So if you're not working and you are taking time away from work right now, you could be finding other ways in which you make money. For others of you, though, there's someone waiting on you, especially if you're a Scorpio woman. There's some man that's been waiting on you. The two of you have not been communicating. You have not been able to work a relationship out or build anything. There's been a lot of pause, and it could even be blocks happening here. And you may be feeling like, I'm good. You know, I'm focusing on myself, my money, and everything is good with me. But he is having doubts of his behavior, how it all went down. So he seriously could be missing you, is what I see. And I also see your ships are coming in. So wherever your focus is, Scorpio, hopefully you guys do have a very specific focus, because you have a lot of powerful cards here that is life-changing for you. If you utilize the energy properly, you will see some success. You will see whatever you're putting out there, right? With true intention, especially something tangible to move your needle forward in life. You're going to see some form of success in your ships coming in. Now, couples, this is very interesting because honestly, one of you are becoming more and more complacent or disconnected from this relationship more and more and more and more and more. Because this could be a relationship where there's more than two people involved, and although the person could be devoted to you, there's some issues here. Okay, this person may run hot and cold, so you know that's affecting you. For some of you, their behavior and their antics is at a point of rubbing you the wrong way, and you're tired of it. So for some of you Scorpio, this relationship is challenging. It's in a challenging place, and that's going to be a big surprise. Some of you could just become numb by this person, numb to their antics, numb to their behavior, just numb to what you've been experiencing with this person. You could become numb by it. And others of you, you just kind of don't want it anymore, but that's going to be a big surprise to that person because they don't expect that to happen. So what I have for Scorpios, now let's look at. Okay, well, Sagittarius is very interesting. Let's start with some good stuff. Oh, I didn't do this one. Hold on, guys. It's saying to stay the course because you are going to be successful, and some of you surprisingly will be falling in love with someone. So there's that. Your health is getting better. I don't know if you guys can feel like your health is better, but your health is going to get better. If not yours, someone's health is going to get better. So that's always a great thing. There's a man here, a mature man, a wealthy man, someone that has a little bit of money that you can meet while on a travel. I don't know if you guys are going on a trip or travel, but while you're on some kind of a trip or a travel, you can meet someone who is financially independent or could be successful. So there's that. Challenging, and everyone's getting this card. So I feel like there's going to be something could be happening in the month of oh, hold on, guys. My earpiece. Hold on, guys. Oh shit. I'm sorry. So I feel like there's going to be some type of a challenge with in September. In Virgo season, because a lot of signs got the Virgo card, and I've been using different decks for each sign. So a lot of people got the Hermit card as a challenge. So this may be very difficult to stay in, to be by yourself, to keep your mind focused, to not be scatterbrained, and to kind of get the lessons. So some of you could be overlooking things, which makes a lot of sense. We right now are in the middle of a square. I think that new moon in Gemini and then the square to Neptune. So it could have something to do with that. But there's just an issue with you kind of really fine tuning things and making decisions that will lead you to more clarity and a better understanding. That's going to be a surprise challenge for the month of June. So I would say be very careful in making final decisions. But for some of you, it could just be that you just can't get a minute to breathe, like you can't get a minute to yourself, and you're utilizing your time alone effectively. Workplace, and let's talk about it. Some of you are waiting. Some of you are waiting or have been waiting for whatever. I'm waiting to get this promotion. I'm waiting to whatever. Could be anything, right? It's not gonna go your way. Something's not going to go your way. And I do feel as a result, you may leave this job. You could even be getting let go. I think I said that's a different sign. But for some of you Sagittarius, you may be getting let go. Your hours could change. You seem like you're good financially. But there's something about this job. You may not be working with them anymore. It just may not work out down the line. And I feel it's not now, probably around September time. Leo, Sagittarius, or Virgo season is what I'm hearing. Sagittarius singles, well, surprise, surprise, you have a little budding love coming your way. Someone who's going to flirt with you, show you some love, and this can turn into something sexual as well down the line. Okay, it could turn into physically seeing the person and being intimate with them. So you definitely have some new love coming. It could have something to do with that wealthy man. As I saw, for some of you, you could be a person's blessing. If you're a Sagittarius man, you may have a lot to offer as well. Couples, hot and cold. Someone's running hot and cold. If the two of you have been in a bad place, someone could be trying to turn back around and work this out because they really want to mend fences, but it could be too late for one of you. The other person doesn't want it. Or someone may give you some attention and time if you give them what they want. But as soon as you give it to them, they may turn cold on you, or now they're uninterested. So I just get like it could be some games being played, someone's running hot and cold. It'll be very challenging to try to repair what has been broken. That's what I have for Sagittarius. Now let's look at Capricorn. Okay, so I'm about to say Gemini. I don't know if any of you are connected to a Gemini, but surprise, you're about to change someone's life, and you have a new job coming on the way. So surprise, surprise, that's a great thing. You have a main man in your life, someone who is going to be quite significant. Some of you may meet someone, and that's going to be a game changer. Others of you, some man will be a very special or pinnacle in your life, and you won't expect that. Challenge, surprise challenge is forgiving, forgetting, apologizing, accepting someone's apology, or just kind of giving in. Don't overthink it. Just have fun, give in, and allow someone to love on you. Work life looks very challenging because secretly either you want to walk away or they want to let you go. Secretly, you may not be telling them, so some of you could just leave and never say anything to the company again. They may let you go and not really explain to you why, or lying to you about why they're letting you go. So some of you, and this could be after a time where you don't see it anymore when it comes to this job. Like you've been disconnected from this job for quite some time. So for some of you Capricorns, and if it's not you actually leaving, you may be finding any and every excuse to not come to work, not show up to work, not finish your work. You just, surprisingly, you will find yourself now and in the near future kind of being really disconnected from work. Singles, you have someone here who has their eye on you, or you them, and it will be up to you whether or not you re-engage with this person or let it go and look elsewhere. This doesn't seem to be a lot out there. There may just be this one choice that you have for some of you. Others of you could be shutting love down completely, putting your foot down, and getting serious about life. More serious. I don't know how much more serious a Capricorn can be, but yeah, you're probably going to get serious about life. There's a someone's work has gotten in the way of this relationship, and one of you have felt more single than you felt like you're in a couple and there's love here, but that's going to change. So surprisingly, this relationship is about to be all about love, all about each other, all about love. There's a renewal happening in your love life, Capricorns, that you guys won't see coming, but will be very happy about. That's why for Caps. Now let's get Aquarius. Aquarius, surprise, surprise. You're going to be getting some type of attention out of nowhere. People may verbalize the attractive features about you. There's a trip, a travel, a journey that you're going to go on, as I've said to other signs. So there's a trip, travel that can come out of nowhere that you're going to take, or someone will take toward you. And that's what's going to be the surprise. You don't expect this to happen. You don't expect them to come or you to go someplace. Or, yeah. And what comes of it will be a surprise in and of itself. Challenge is letting something go. Challenge could be getting back on track and keeping all the balls in the air. You may have dropped the ball. It may be very difficult for you to kind of multitask and get everything done. For some of you, again, a challenge to let things go that you know you kind of need to. Surprise, work is just fine. You may feel like you have it all under control. You're great. You don't necessarily have to work. For some of you, don't have to work. Lucky you. Others of you, this is a situation where you're just feeling very self-sufficient, independent. You may not necessarily, you may work alone and be happily working alone into yourself at the workplace. Yeah, so it's a kind of feel-good card, and you're just in a place of contentment at the workplace. Surprisingly, you may feel like, yeah, work is good. Everything's good at work. Singles, rest of the month, you're going to find yourself kind of at a stalemate with someone, waiting on them. They could be waiting on you. You haven't heard from them. They haven't heard from you. And this situation can kind of drag on. Yeah. In this situation, no. Oh, I put it back. And this situation could kind of drag on of you mimicking their energy. So if they reach out, hey, you'll reach out. If they don't, you won't. But you're still waiting on someone. Surprisingly, you haven't completely shut the door from that person. And couples, I see trips, travels. I see communication picking up. If you're at a distance from one another, there'll be a lot of interaction, text messages, Skyping, that sort of thing. FaceTiming, as they say. And then again, if you're around each other, this could be trips, going out, date night, that sort of thing. Just spend a lot of feel-good time around each other, friends, family, that sort of thing. Really have a great time. And that'll be kind of the shock and surprise, like, wow, things really are just starting to pick up between the two of us. So we're spending a lot of time, and we're taking this time to kind of adventure out and go places and do things. That's what I have for Aquarius. Now let's get Pisces. Oh, sorry, Pisces. Okay, so decisions you make, or there could be a pathway that you're heading down that is going to bring you unexpected wealth and success. There could be someone who's thinking of you, but I've been telling Pisces that for quite some time. Surprise, you're getting over an ex. You're getting over heartbreak. You're getting over an ex. You're getting over them. And this is going to be completely over or out of your system by this time next year. Something going on in your life that could be major right now. It's definitely going to be over by this time next year. So that's a good thing. And again, the path that you're going down could definitely be a successful one. You might, obviously it's going to be a surprise because you don't see it happening now, but you could be headed toward major success. It's hard. You may have hurt someone more than you know. Surprisingly, somebody's going to tell you that they're hurt. Maybe someone is pulling back from you emotionally, or for some of you, especially if you're a Pisces man, you may be going through it. Usually when this is reversed, a person is going through it. They're crying. They're having a hard time emotionally. Like emotionally, it's really difficult for them, usually when this is reversed. And so for some of you, you could be a witness to that. Someone may pour their heart out to you. Others of you, again, someone could be holding back or telling you how much you've hurt them. Oof. That's the challenge. Okay. Work, you're not going to be so happy because whatever you're trying to do, it may not work. So if you're trying to get out of there, that may not work. If you're trying to evolve in your workplace, it may not work. You may still have to be stuck where you are, if that makes sense. You may have to go back. If you try to stay out of work, you may have to go back. You may be stuck. You may be stuck in staying there. You're just not happy. Be careful with overindulging. If you're not in a good place, now the time to kind of dig in your heels and get focused. And because you have Saturn in your sign right now, so you want to be work focused, and you want to be strict on yourself. You want to be serious right now. And there's no quick fixes. You got to take it one step at a time, without an expectation. It's just putting in the work without expectation. It's like being a parent. Putting in the work without an expectation. It's that type of thing. Saturn, right? Father time. And it's like something that could change is not changing, so you're still going to be stewing because change hasn't happened at the workplace, and that could be disappointing. Singles, Pisces singles, you could find yourself in peaks and valleys, up and down, not in the best place because you're thinking and reminiscing about people of the past, ones that you've lost. You could be missing someone, and they are having a major effect on you if you are missing someone. But don't worry, because just like your card said, and now Tarot's confirming it, you're going to get healing. You're protected through it, and you're going to get healing through all of this. So if you need to cry because it's helping wash those pains away, right? But you are going to get in a better place. For any of you who is a bit in a struggle place right now, somebody's cutting the other person out. Couples cutting them out. This could be harsh cutting out. Either just going complete silence, just going complete silent on them, or really cursing them out, really, when this card is reversed. And someone may like, no, we're not getting back together. I'm not going to try this. No. So the answer is no. So for some of you, surprise, something is over. Either you'll be surprised that you put your foot down and it's like, no, you cannot come back around. I don't care. And I'm speaking my truth and I'm cutting you out. May curse you out. Or this could happen to you. So yeah, some changes is coming up, Pisces. Some good, some not so great. But I do feel like this time next year, you're going to be so happy in the place that you're in now. So it all works in your favor down the line. So I have for you guys. Hopefully it's been helpful. Check me back on the next one. Take care, guys.